Day three. Day three kind of reminded me of day one. we uh, we did see some fish. I mean, we saw fish in the morning, saw some fish in the afternoon, um, but they just weren't as aggressive. They weren't as active. It was kind of the same conditions as day one. Clouds, light fluffy clouds. Pretty much blue sky, though for the most part not very windy, and the fish just weren't as active, but we had better luck. Still, we kind of had a pattern together. We figured out how to fish the spots. We just had to really get in tight into the cover, and had some action. And then finally, thank God, Joe connected at the end of day three, and we didn't get skunked. Put a nice fish in the boat.
Yep. Yeah, just keep the pressure on. Keep reeling, keep reeling. Yep, yep. Oh boy! That's him, that's him. That's the guy from last night.
And man, I tell you what, the Twilight bite, every single night, day one, day two, day three, the Twilight bite was hot. I mean, day one, I caught that fish. Before that, I caught that fish, though, I actually did have a couple follows. Day two, I think we lost two fish at night and had half a dozen follows. Then day three, Joe finally caught his fish, but he lost one right before he caught that one, and I think he lost two more that night. I mean, could have been a banner night, but like I said, they were just giving Joe the slip, unfortunately. But
oh, there's one. Oh, got off.
Yeah, no, it was. Got him, nice. No!
I fucked it up again.
Keep him pinned, keep him pinned.
No!
Oh no! Oh!
so last day, Joey gets a follow right away in the morning. We're thinking it's going to be a great morning, and then we don't see anything the rest of the morning. But that's fishing. Later in the afternoon, though, we fished later into the afternoon, and Joe did end up catching a 30-incher, which was nice. Didn't get skunked, put a fish in the boat.
Well, that's better than nothing, I guess.
We're ready to leave, and we're heading out, and we go to this spot. I was there's a spot where on day 2 of the trip, I had this fish fall on this this Widowmaker here. Got double 12s and great bait. A little bit bigger bait, and this was a little bit bigger fish. Had it come in and follow on day 2, right in the middle of the day, and then day 3, same time, you know, like 2 in the afternoon, middle of the day, heat of the day, and both days tried to go back at prime period, sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset, and never saw him. We fished that spot, you know, a dozen times, and we only saw him at those prime, or at those not prime periods in the middle of the day, which was odd. And you know, we're heading out, and it was about that time. It was maybe 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I said, you know, let's just pop in there. Let's see if we can see that fish, you know, before we head out. It's a small spot, see if we can hit it. And we're fishing, and we're almost done. We're about at the end of the spot, and Joe starts packing stuff up, and I take over at the front of the boat, and you know, I'm on my last cast. I kid you not. I mean, last cast, second to last cast, and I bomb one out there, and I pull it in over this submerged rock. There's like this rock reef structure that stretches out off the point into the lake, and I think he was hanging onto that. There's this really big boulder out there. I think he's kind of hanging onto that. Pulled him off, and right at boat side, I mean, I just see jaws come up and grab my bait, and he took it. Another bait that I made, actually, it's this one right here. Double 10s, got copper and black nickel. Great bait, and he chowed it, and unfortunately he gave me the slip on this maneuver that's kind of been cursing me. Been losing a lot of fish when they do this. They'll kind of take off in one direction real hard, and then they'll all of a sudden come right back and dive down, and when they kind of dive down, they throw the hooks, and that's what happened on that fish. He just dived down and turned and threw the hooks, and you know, he was gone. But it was really cool. It was almost like we were hunting that fish, you know. We'd seen it, started to make a pattern out of it, figured out when it was more active, and finally connected on it. You know, couldn't put it in the net, but it was still, so it was bittersweet, but still really cool to hook up and see that fish up close and personal like that.
Got him. No!
When it was all said and done, it was a great trip. You know, we got to see a lot of fish, you know, caught a few, which is always just a bonus, you know. The real pleasure is just getting out there and fishing, and you know, we did it, and I'm glad we did. It was awesome. It's just a great trip. Couple lessons from the trip that we took away from that is you can't give up. You know, we had some periods there when it was just really tough fishing, but we persevered, and you know, when times are tough, but at other times it was great times, and the fish were biting and they were hitting, and it was just awesome. Had some awesome action, and you know, also learned that we got to fight fish better. Me and Joe, we had a lot of work to do. we it's safe to say we lost too many fish on this trip. Definitely could have put a lot more fish in the net, and it's you know, it's fishing. It happens. It definitely happens, but you know, something that we got to pay more attention to and try and focus on for the future.